Hello, we are back, everybody, and I know I am hyped for our next run. But first, I just want to let you know a little bit about why we are here. This is Lifeline for Linear, a mutual aid marathon raising money for fellow speedrunner LinearC, recently became a single mother and has accrued a lot of unexpected debt. In response, her friends and community, us, we have come together to present 5 days of amazing speedruns in her support. If you would like to help Linear directly, you can donate using !donate in chat. Now, if you donate and put your money towards an incentive, the World of Goo Encore incentive, I'm sorry, I'm losing my words, the World of Goo Encore incentive, we get more of this amazing upcoming run from Satan herself. Satan, why don't you goo your way into this run?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I didn't have any good goo puns.
No, it's awesome. It's awesome. Don't worry about it. Hi, everybody. My name is Satan herself. I am going to be running this game for you. It's called World of Goo. So if y'all haven't heard of this one, it is a late 2000s puzzle simulation game. It's a physics simulator. It's point and click, like almost everything else I play. And it's really fun. It's really interesting gameplay-wise, and also kind of thematically. There's a lot going on in this game. You will absolutely see that going through. Also, I will say, my host here is also kind of going to be on comms and hasn't really seen this game, hasn't really seen the run in full. So there's going to be a lot of discovery going on here today. And before we get ourselves started, I want to talk a little bit about our bonus incentive, because right now we're at, if I remember correctly, $20 out of $200. And you have to click the button at the incentive page to donate. That would be getting this world unlocked here. There's 3 levels in this world. They're kind of the granddaddy levels, the big ones. You're supposed to, really figure them out and spend hours and hours trying. We have some amazing cheese strats for them. And also, this is a world premiere of this game. Nobody's ever shown this off at a speedrunning marathon before. So it would be really, really cool to be able to see those levels. If you want to see them, ! donate. Let's do it. But we got to make a new profile first. There we go. And time is going to begin when I click on the first level, so not the first world. So this click will not be it. I will call it out, so don't you worry. All right. I'm hearing that there might be an audio issue. There shouldn't be. It looks all right to me. I don't know what to do for you. Sounds good. Sorry, little communication with tech. All right, let's get ourselves going. In 3, 2, 1. So basically how this game works is we want to get our goo balls into this pipe.
I'm sorry.
And we have to build our goo balls up so that they can reach the pipe. That was a little sloppy, but that's okay. So that's the idea. Build a structure, and then your goo balls go towards that pipe. You collect them, and that's the level when you've collected enough. So this one was just 4 goo balls, not very much. But we'll have different requirements in different levels for what goo balls we can collect and how many we're going to need to collect. So that one was vertical building. We're going to go ahead and do some beginner bridge building here.
Oh, they're a little eepy. They're a little eepy.
Yes, yes, and this is the first level where we see sleeping goo balls as well, which is a fun mechanic, where the goo balls can't wake up until you sort of put a structure near to them. So that's why those ones were sleeping until we put a structure nice and near them, and you can see that one of them's still sleeping. So this is going to be really important in a lot of levels, especially in the early game here. So I will point out when we're doing something with it, but we're going to do a similar thing in this next level, where we're going to build down to reach. You're going to love this, Ophi. A big pile of sleeping goo.
Oh my god, they're the best. I love them.
And then when they wake up, they just automatically move towards your structure. So that's nice.
I never play this.
It's so good. It's delightful. and you'll see later that there's a lot going on with the story. It's really interesting. But yeah,
No,
we've got
to get this epilogue. I'm just already absolutely.
Oh my gosh, the epilogue levels are unbelievable. Like the cheese strats that we get to do, and they're amazing. Also, here's our first cutscene. So there are unavoidable cutscenes in this game, but they do kind of tell this game's story pretty well. So we have World of Goo Corporation. Yay. So this game has a lot of themes. One of them is corporatism. It was very popular with children, including myself, in the 2000s. So I love that its themes. Its themes are environmentalism, corporatism, beauty standards. Like there's a lot going on here, I promise. It's pretty great.
I feel like this is probably what, like, I'm more surprised because I didn't ever play it because you also run PvZ, or Plants vs. Zombies. I played a little bit of PvZ as a kid, but I never played World of Goo, and this is just wild. I love this. I need to play this.
It's so cool, isn't it? And yeah, those are the balloon balls. They go ahead and raise stuff up. So we're going to use those a lot throughout the course of the run. They're one of the key mechanics in this game going forward. Yeah, I know. It was very formative to my development, and I'm glad I played it because it's so weird.
No, this is fantastic.
All right, and we're gonna go ahead and get a little Tumblr here. If you were on the internet in the 2000s, you'll have a different association with that word.
Tumblr's not dead. We can still hear them posting.
We sure can. We also have these new color balls. They're the green goo balls. So these are special in that you can actually destroy the links after you make them, which we're going to use for a level coming up here. Not right now, but in a little bit to great effect. And that one we just build. There are some physics exploits you can do with those to sort of make a little link of two and then push it yourself, but they're very, very hard to do. I'm hoping to be able to do some more physics exploits when I run this at Frost in a couple of weeks. By the way, I'm running this at Frost in a couple of weeks. Definitely recommend checking that out. It's going to be really cool. And as I said before, I'm trying to learn a couple more of the physics exploit strats by then, and they are really fantastic. I mean, this game has kind of an unbelievable speedrun, in my opinion. And like, I'm going to show you a lot of it today, but there's a lot of it that can be done by really top level runners. That is just incredible. All right, 19 Pissy's Bog. That's actually really good. That's our first level, I would say, was really good in this run. All right, so this is the one where we're going to see what the magic of the green goo balls is. So in this one, we're gonna have to build a really, really high up tower. Really high. But, oh no. We're just barely not gonna be able to get there. So we're gonna actually remove the goo balls from the bottom here. That's gonna give us plenty of extras that we can use to get where we need to go. And then, boop, boop. There you go. It's all about stretching your resources. 34, yep, that's pretty solid. Yeah, this first world has a lot of fun little unique challenges that kind of introduce you to the base goo ball types. This one introduces us to gears. Those are going to destroy our goo ball links if we...
I was about to say, that looks very dangerous. This feels like it became Super Meat Boy very quickly.
So real. So I have to be pretty careful here. Nice. And that's the fast strat, is just kind of building towards that little corner and getting it. Now, this one is weird because it requires you to collect 26 goo balls. So you kind of just shuttle a bunch of them to the front when you get it. There we go. Pretty good. This one looks hard. It's easier than it looks. I say that, and then sometimes I still fail in runs because I'm trying to go too fast. It happens.
Well, when one is building with goo, I don't feel like anything is easy.
It's very true. Especially, we're going to see that here. So you can see these sleeping goo balls on both sides of this little tug here. So how are we going to get to those quickly? Well, actually, we're going to use a similar mechanic that we took advantage of before. And we're going to let a little link of 2 go down there. And then we're going to build a tower up to the goo balls. And then we're going to throw these up. I did miss 2 sleeping goo balls, but I think we'll still be okay. Oh my god, really? Wow. Well, good news is we actually have these flies. Oh, which are doing not what I expected them to do at all.
I was actually going to ask about those.
Yeah, when you click the fly, it goes back in time, a move. And it makes sense that they did what they did, because it actually just removed, it didn't conserve the throwing mechanic that I did before. But yeah, if you wake up the goo balls down there and then you throw them up, then you're good. You get what you need. That can be done in under like 20-ish seconds. So, oh well. Sometimes you know.
That's okay. You're just making sure that we have extra time to get those donations.
Yes, absolutely.
Meet our epilogue incentive, which I am really excited.
Y'all are absolutely going to want to see that. The cheese is legendary.
Donations that come in now to the end of the run are going towards that. I am super, super excited. I'm hoping we meet that.
Yep, we close that at basically right at the end of the run. So there's still time, but there's not a ton of time. So if you want to see that, now is
your going too fast.
It's true.
Oh, that's a bad pun.
So here, oh, interesting. I guess I didn't have a link there. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, we're gonna hope we can do this. It's gonna be a little hard. I went a bit off script, but we got it. Hooray. Village building is probably my favorite thing to do in this game. And there we go. So actually you might have, if keen-eyed viewers might have seen me do something earlier. I actually entered into a level, I mashed escape to bring up a menu and skipped it. So this category is any % skips. What that means is that we actually get 3 level skips per level, because the game lets you skip any level that isn't story crucial. So we decide not to have like a true any % category, because that would be really boring. You would just skip most of the levels in the game. But we do have this one, where you get 3 skips per level, sort of arbitrarily, or per world, a little bit arbitrarily. And we just used our first one. We only use 1 in this world, because there are harder and longer levels kind of everywhere else. Wow. This level's been really mean to me lately. I'm not surprised that this is happening right now. Not entirely surprised. But we just have to build a nice tower up to the top here, and as soon as we mostly get contact, we should be okay, because these little gears are going to help us stay up here. Very nice. There
and up you go.
It's called Regurgitation Pumping Station. It lives up to its name.
That's a way to describe that.
Yep, this game's weird. In a good way. And then we have our big eyeball balloons, and there go the goo balls. Up to space. They do literally go up to space. We see that in the end. So stick around for that. Bye, goo balls. And this is our first cutscene. So if you'd like to say anything, Ophi, feel free.
Not a problem. I want to remind everybody that any of your donations that you are putting in on this run, they are going towards that epilogue incentive. I really, really, really want to see these absolute cheese strats, because I'm barely understanding what you're doing here. I'm like, you're building a bridge with goo.
It's gonna get more unbelievable. There's a lot of really cool stuff in this game, especially in the third world. But we have amazing stuff everywhere. The first world's really just a teaser. Like, really. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna use these drool balls to build down. This level is called drool.
I don't know how I feel about that.
You can feel any way you want.
I don't know how I feel about that one.
Wrong type. And then, oh, not quite. Okay, that's fine. There we go. Yeah, the nice thing about drill balls is that they make a nice little string. So if you build out far enough, then you can get one that gets the goo pipe. As you notice there, the goo pipe has some suction to it, and that's actually very, very important. We're gonna only be able to do a lot of strats because the goo pipe has a little bit of suction, and we can just barely get there and it'll hold on to the structure. It only has a limited amount of suction. It can't do everything. This is one of my favorite levels because it introduces a great cheese strat really early. We're gonna build on this in an epilogue level if we get it. But that's not the intended way to solve this.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Slam that down, get going. Good question. So we have to get these goo balls on our structure, and there's actually a goo pipe down in the bottom there. So we just throw it on down, and we win.
Wow!
I love that level. One of my favorite ones.
Yo, I gotta see more of those. We get those strats in, or get those donations in. I want to see more of those strats.
Oh yeah, and I see we're almost to 1.4K as well. So can we get?
We are literally we are like 40 cents.
40 cents.
From 1.4K. Please, someone.
Any donation's gonna do it.
That's gonna make my brain itch. Please, someone get that in. I actually have a $10 donation from Anonymous that came through, and that also partially went to our bid war, our starter bid war for Beastie Ball.
Let's go.
Which we have 2 starter options for that, which both of them are literally fantastic. We have an ostrich and a bandicoot between our starter options for Beastie Ball. And
awesome.
Just, I'm kind of, I kind of want the bandicoot to win, but that's just because the partner you get in Beastie Ball, one of them is named Bonkus. And that's a fantastic name. Bonkus.
I love that. That's hilarious. Yeah. This is also a great level for you to chosen to have talked, actually, because it is basically an auto-scroller, more or less, although I forgot to add the last balloon there. I was doing safety strats, but forgot to do the real strat. Classic. And there we go. So that works. But yeah, the Beastie Ball run's gonna be great. If y'all haven't seen Beastie Ball, it's like Pokemon and sports smashed together. It's pretty cool. You're definitely gonna like it. Stick around for that, and for Cavern of Dreams also, which is right up next. Very cool game. Super.
Thank you, Holly, for the $11 donation. We are now over that horrible $3.99.6. Oh, that was driving me. That was the worst. Thank you. That was. You scratched the itch in my brain. Holly says.
Also, what's this on our screen? Just want to point out.
Hello. Satan, what did you just do?
We're making beauty products.
That doesn't answer the question I asked, Satan.
We're making beauty product. It's great. It'll be great for the consumer. I'm not joking. Look at this cutscene.
I believe you, but also that doesn't answer my question.
It's so weird.
Oh.
That's the sound everybody makes when they put on goo beauty product. Yeah.
I mean, maybe. That's
all right.
Sure.
Leap hole. It's not a bug. It's a feature. If you played this game, you remember this level. I guarantee it, because this is how you solve it. This is when the game teaches you can do this. There you go. That's the fastest normal level in the game, I think, if I remember correctly. In terms of how fast you could do it. Although maybe, no, I take it back. The very first level, I think, is... Oh, the whistle. The whistle's going to be really helpful for us going forward. It's actually a tool to direct goo balls. So if we hold down our right mouse button, we're going to be able to lure goo balls to the position of the mouse, which is going to be super helpful for us in a lot of scenarios coming up soon. This one we're going to skip. That's another goo ball, but she's not beautiful. This is a strange game. It's a commentary. It's a commentary, I promise. But this is going to sort of show you how the whistle works. You can bring the goo balls down, and their weight will go ahead and this big old structure here. You only need 2 drool balls to finish this level, but I always bring a third because the physics are strange in this level, and sometimes it will just do exactly that. It'll kind of zip the goo balls, and sometimes that'll make it so that it throws it off the side and it dies. So I always like to have an extra for safety.
So I just want to highlight the dono that got us to $90 from, like, we have $90 that we need to raise for those epilogue levels. I think we can do that. I think that's possible.
$90? We can totally do that.
I think that's possible. But that was
Absolutely.
an $11 donation from Holly that says, I love the wave of indie games that happened during the late 2000s. I want to see more of World of Goo. Myself
More
as well,
indie.
Holly. More indie, more World of Goo. We've got, this indie block has been fantastic.
I
That
agree.
also went to our starter bid war for Blindit, which...
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm hearing a little 2-for-1 action right now. I'm hearing
exactly.
like, if you donate,
we got
then
2-for-1 donos. We got Satan herself with the goo.
the goo. Okay, watch this. I'm gonna need y'all to watch this real quick. This strat's really cool. Not the throwing of the goo balls here. This is for safety. But what we're gonna do is we need this goo ball to come out of this little chamber she's trapped in. So we're gonna just sneak that goo ball under there, and that gets us barely enough space for us to push it up. And then we're gonna throw the goo ball at the lever, and there you go. That is not the intended solution, but
I
it's
was
awesome.
about to say that does not look like that is what you should be doing there.
That's okay. Who cares?
Love it.
And then we are going to have to do a little work to push our goo ball up here. That's okay. There we go. Got her. And then we need to go ahead and build a nice little tower up to where the goo pipe is. Oh. Sometimes you will release a green goo ball when you didn't mean to. Oh God. Like that. What is happening? You're not normally this mean to me. Wow, really?
Just know it's always marathon
There we
left,
go.
right?
Normally that level's not quite that mean to me, but that's okay. Happens. That's why we take the extra albino goo balls for marathon safety.
Always
And there we
smart.
go. But the little trick underneath the lever there is one of my favorite tricks in this game. It's so nice. All right, genetic sorting machine. So this is telling you the kind of satire that this game is doing. Because we're gonna be genetically sorting these goo balls. This is a weird game. It's pretty aggressive. Even as a kid, I got it. Which I think is at least good. I got what it was doing. Alright, so we're just kind of pushing these goo balls. Let me see if I can do... Nah, okay, it's not gonna let me today. That's fine. You can actually use the goo balls themselves to sort of push the big goo balls, but sometimes if the structures are done in a certain way, it won't really work the way you want it to. We also do have some suction going on with these little things, so as you can see there, we almost got that. There we go. So if you just get it close, it's usually gonna go fine. Here we go. Yeah, the big goo balls can also wake up sleeping goo balls. Again, don't ask me. So this is going to be the end of chapter 2. We're going to have a really, really long cutscene after this level is done. So that's a great time to read messages, to hype up bid wars, all that good stuff. But I will let chat know that we have 2 more worlds after this. They're going to go really, really fast, and right when we're done with that 4th world, we're going to need to have that incentive met. And we are only $90 away, so let's do it. And yep. Those red pipes can only take beauty balls, as you can see. That's what we had to get up there, and there we go. So, by the way, so this big statue that we saw out there, it's a living electric generator, and beauty is a highly reactive liquid chemical, like gasoline or turpentine.
That is an interesting thing to say.
Yep, for years her beauty juice powered the entire world. But as the world grew older, so did she. Yep. Yep. So again, this game hammers you with the satire. It's not subtle. Until tonight, with fabulous new cosmetic surgery options. I meant to let you read, but I love this cutscene so much.
No, this
Raw
is
beauty product
fantastic.
Directly into her forehead. The signs of age melted away. Yep. So if you were not around in the 2000s, or I don't know how that's possible, but like if you weren't somewhere around in the 2000s, you don't like beauty standards. This sort of like beauty industry. This was actually a really big thing, right? Back then, this was kind of responding to that sort of societal thing, where people were very pressured to sort of like change their appearance into, you know, this sort of quote unquote standard. So it does make sense for the time, but it also dates it incredibly. I feel like this game, and I don't know, I love it. Okay, we're going into the industrial portion of the game. So now we're gonna criticize industrial. We're gonna criticize industry, and we're gonna do our environmentalism themes of the game. But first, we're gonna do a really cool strat right there that you just saw, where we throw the goo ball, light it up, and light this whole structure down. Burning Man. Done.
Oh my. Satan, how long would you say?
Strats in this game.
How long would you
18,
say
very good.
for you to do this chapter?
Sorry? Say
How
that
long do you
again.
think it takes you to do this chapter?
Not that long. This one's probably the shortest one in the game. A little bit less than 10 minutes, I would say.
Well, y'all, you know what? Get that. I'm hearing Satan saying we have 10 minutes to get a $10.
Yeah.
Let's get a $10 train going for the end of this chapter. And if we get a couple people on it, we will be able to get that wonderful incentive. Come on, y'all. I need to see more World of Goo.
That's only nine tickets on that train.
9
That's
tickets.
not that much. Let's do it. $10 at what do we think? 30 minutes on the timer?
I think that can be done. I think that's a good one.
Awesome. Maybe say your favorite 2000s game. I want to hear everybody's favorite 2000s
That's what I want to hear.
game.
I want to hear your favorite 2000s game. Or your favorite part of the weird commentary we're getting out of this game, because I'm loving this. This is fantastic.
Isn't it great? I love this game. What's the Z product, do you think, by the way? What do you think?
I have no clue, to be honest with you. I keep being like, I think I know what's going on, and then...
Oh, you don't. Don't worry. It'll be fine. So now we're introduced to a new type of goo ball in one of my favorite levels just to play.
Oh, they're so cute.
Bone goo ball. So there's spikes on the bottom of this level, and previously spikes would kill us, but now the bone goo balls are here and we're fine. So you kind of just have to, you only have 4, so you have to be cognizant of sort of where you're placing them. It looks like we have too much space for that to work, but we can strategically place them so that we have plenty of space and time to make it work. Here we go. That's okay. I was a little too ambitious there. Happens. Here we go. And that's safer. Yeah, this one can be done sub-minute if you do it efficiently. There we had to adjust a little bit, so it's going to be a bit more than that, but not too bad. So as you can see, Misty's is a little bit of a sort of like inversion of Fisty's, which we saw in the first chapter. This game loves calling back to itself. All right, Superfuse challenge time. So this is actually a speedrun level. The game says go fast, and we say, okay, we're gonna go way faster than you give us any amount of time to do. So you can see that this fuse is burning, and it will destroy our structure if we let it go for too long. We do not have to worry about it. Not at all. We're gonna go way, way faster than we need to. And exactly like that. Oh, I love getting a goo ball stuck in the goos in the pipe, but it can't go in. That was so fun. I love that little visual. All right. 17, very nice. It was a solid super fuse challenge. As you can see, the fuse does not come up. We do not need to worry about it. All right, we're going to be skipping a lot of levels in this late section of the game, or of this run, this level, because they're long and have somewhat inconsistent strats. So remember to mash escape, and then you get to the skip level. So upper shaft, I'm actually, I'm going to try something here real quick, because this is one of my favorite strats in the game. But I'm not super able to consistently do it yet. But I want to show it to y'all, and I want more time to get that incentive met. So first,
I was gonna say we got a little bit of time to get that incentive met, and a couple minutes left before the goo train, leaves the station.
Don't
station.
you
want to be on board the goo train?
With your favorite 2000s game or your favorite indie game, even if you want.
Please.
So as you can imagine, that's not intended. How are we going to do this? I'm gonna try my best to throw a goo ball to the other side of this wall.
Are you trying to phase through the wall?
Yep, that did work, but it went to the spikes. The problem with this one, of course, is that there's spikes. So even if you get one through, you have to catch it, and that can be hard. That can be very difficult to do. See? Exactly like that. That can be hard. So let's see if we can do it. You can see the goo ball going to the other side, though. You know what we want to do. We want to get the goo ball to the other side and then link it back up. But it is being uncooperative with me today. Classic. That's okay. It happens. Let's see if we can get it at some point. If not, we will just move on. In my PB attempts, I do skip this level right now. I just wanted to try it because the strat is so cool. But you get the idea, at least. I will be practicing this relentlessly leading up to Frost. I was leading up to this, too. It's just a very finicky strat.
Yeah, this feels like this is very, very hard to get. We see it going through. I just don't know how you have the reaction time to, like, catch the goo ball.
Yeah.
Because that's the part for me.
Just go in the middle like that, and that's very hard to catch. But what we want it to do is we actually want it to bounce against the back wall. And that will let me have enough time to catch it, for sure. But right now, the game's not really cooperating with me. Fortunately. Sometimes it'll build an extra section. Ooh.
Oh!
So happy I got that
Oh,
line.
And she breaks through. Yes,
We got
beautiful.
it. We got it. Okay, that was worth it.
Okay, that's actually really cool. Y'all.
Isn't that cool? Isn't that so cool?
We need to see more of these strats. Like, I don't know if you have to do anything like that in Epilogue, but that was actually really cool, and I want to see more.
But there's some really cool other stuff, I promise.
Yeah,
like, these strats are great.
Get those donuts.
Back to upper shaft, because I usually skip it. So I do into it. The joy. Yeah, so that level can be done in under 20 seconds if you do get it first try, which again, some people are capable of doing. I'm not, though. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and skip this level. This one is kind of RNG, and then we're gonna go into another one of my favorite levels. This world just has some really great levels. You have to explode the head. So up there was a bomb. There's this head, the goo pipe's behind it, so we have to explode it. What are we gonna do? Not build a big structure up. We're gonna throw some goo balls. Yes, I think that was a first throw. Oh, beautiful. Head exploded.
Beautiful.
That's another just awesome strat. I love this game. 16. That's really, really good in a red. All right. I should skip this level by all accounts because I already did an extra level in this world, but I'm not going to because I like this level. We'll skip a different level later.
Well, it looks like we have that train starting to leave the station. We are getting ready. We are getting close, everybody. Get those tickets in. We have a $10 donation from Anonymous. Thank you so much for your ticket on the goo train.
All right. Let's get it rolling. I want to see those epilogue levels. We don't have a whole lot of time left, so let's do it. Okay.
I really want to see those epilogue levels. Here we just build a nice structure and
get ourselves over. But then we need beauty balls again for this level. So we're gonna have to get them out of this little prison that they're in.
I was
So we
wondering
take
where
this
they were.
ball, we light it up, we move it back, boom, explodey. We move these over here, and then we're gonna do the same thing we just did, but it's a lot easier. Boom. You just throw it really hard, it gets in there, and you win. Again, I like this level.
I like that
cool?
level too. That's a fun one.
Yeah.
I'm being
I just enjoy
informed
it.
that our train might have some standing room tickets. So if y'all want to get on that train and you've got a $5 dono, you know, you may not have as comfy of a seat, but we can still get you in there. Let's get those donos in. Let's
And
hear
if you
from
want to donate more than $10, then that could be tickets for other people too.
Oh, yes.
Help them get on.
We need
Right.
more people on this goo train.
The product launcher, it's exactly what it sounds like, actually. It's going to be really funny. We're going to find out what the Z product is. But first we have to light up this big Z, because we have a nice sort of little theatrical way to reveal the product launcher. I actually do it on the side here because it does get this fuse done faster. You can see that. It's a little bit of time save. And boom. This world's all about explosions. I love it. Here's the product launcher. It's a literal product launcher. I love this game. So yeah, it's about advertising, it's about corporatism, it's about consumerism, it's about industry. This game's about everything. I love it. It's got all of its 2008 energy and just ambition. All right, we're gonna find out what the Z product is. What do you think it is, chat? What were your guesses? Are you about to be proven right or wrong? I'm gonna guess wrong.
Probably.
I will
I
also
do have
remind
a-
everybody that the title of the company that made this game is 2D Boy. That's gonna be relevant. So they're looking at.
I have a $5 dono from Marksy. That is a standing room ticket on our goo train, but our goo train is leaving the station. We still have a tiny bit of time to get that incentive met. We've got one world left, but y'all, I think we can do it. I think it's possible.
Oh yeah, we got a good solid like 11 minutes here. So chat, you've got to get your donation in like now. Also, this is the Z product. Congratulations. World of Goo is now 3D. We've been turned 3D. So remember what else was in a big craze into the 2000s? 3D. It's here. But warning, we appear to be incompatible with the world. Ah, shucks. Please contact tech support in the information superhighway. You know what else was really big in the 2000s? The early internet. So that's where we're about to go. The 3D and the early internet, this is what it looks like. Get ready. It looks like this.
That's exactly how I remember the internet looking in 2008.
Exactly, me too.
That is
Me too.
literally
This is how it
exactly what I remember the internet looking like. Wireframes, green,
looked. The green.
nothing
It's all
else.
green.
That's all I got.
Exactly. Green bleep bloop. So that's the first level. It's super fast. You can see these little circle goo balls we can fling, and these cube ones we can build with. 9. That's a very good time for this level. So we're going to be using that mechanic a lot. Bulletin board system. I'm seeing in the chat, there's 3D in this game, excuse me. I know. But the problem is we're 2D Boy. That's my theory for this game. The people who made this game, their company is called 2D Boy. I think that we are 2D Boy. And that's why we're incompatible with the world. And we have to go to the internet. Or, I'm sorry, the information superhighway to fix that. So here, we're gonna go ahead and launch a bunch of goo balls around. This was the level I was planning to skip, but I decided not to, so I think y'all are just gonna get an extra level. Enjoy.
Well, that just means that you are giving us some time to get those donations in. Like this $5 one from Tabby that says, 1 standing ticket for the goo train. Shout out to the
thank
crew
you.
for the marathon. Y'all are amazing. Less than
Choo
3.
choo.
Thank you so much, Tabby. Choo choo. Let's get on that goo train.
How far away does that put us now?
We still need $80 for our extra epilogue levels.
All right, we can totally do that.
really, really hopeful we can do this, chat. This is not that much.
It's not that much. We can totally do it. If everybody chips in a little bit.
Literally, even if everybody puts in like
$5 for a standing ticket.
Yeah.
$10.
$5 for a standing ticket. We will be just schmooving through all the goo.
Exactly right. So first I'm going to go ahead and throw some goo balls here. These ones can get woken up by, or any goo ball actually can get woken up by.
They're like a black hole down there or something. They're rotating all the way around.
Yeah, there's a big planet, so it's actually making the gravity go.
Oh.
Let's see, does that go? No, it doesn't. Oh, good. So when you hear that, wah, that means that goo balls have contacted the pipe, so you know you can build there. And the red ones sort of build on each other like that. Unfortunately, that's the only level we're going to be seeing those in because we skipped the other 2 levels it's involved in. So, but it's fun. They get flung and they make a little chain, and there you go. That one is a little random. It's probably one of the most random ones in the game, but we got a pretty good time with it, so I'm happy. All right, roadblocks. So the game is going to tell us you've got gears there. That's dangerous. You can't build the bridge. Oh no! Build a little structure with these. No. I pride myself far too much on my bridge building skills. We can do this. So there's actually a designated strategy that I have for this level that usually wins us the level just fine. Let's hope it does here today as well. So, okay, we're gonna need one more to get more weight here to collapse that. Okay.
I don't know if I trust your bridges. You say you've definitely got some bridge building skills, but none of these look very supported, Satan. I'm a little scared.
It's fine. See, we did it. Okay. That level's quite hard to do with just building. Actually, it really does want you to build that little support there. But if you know how to do it, then you're going to be okay. It's really just building out and then putting those supports in where you need them, and you're good. All right, this is one of my favorite levels in the game. I know I always say that, but I really mean it. This is a great speed strat. I want you all to donate for this. Like, come on. This is gonna be awesome. We only have like 4 more minutes left or something like that. Like 4 or 5 minutes.
Y'all, we do not have a lot of time, but we can do it.
Once you see this, you're gonna want to donate to LinearC. Whee! So we don't Jenga that level. That's what it wants you to do. We don't do that. We're too cool. We just knock down the whole tower. And then we're done.
I mean, if we're just trying to get the goo into the pipe, that makes sense to me. Why would I Jenga the whole tower?
No, you wouldn't. You'd just take the block and you'd smash it in the place that we need to smash it. And then we're good. We're done. There you go. Yeah, we're gonna need to see those tickets start coming in, or people are gonna need to put in some tickets for other people. So come on.
Yeah, let's get some tickets in, y'all. We all want to be on this train. We all want to make sure that we get this extra goo.
And if we get $80, that means we get 1.5K in the marathon.
Literally, like that's a big milestone. Y'all are helping and doing amazing things to get us to these amazing milestones.
Yeah. All right, server farm. This is the last level where we kind of, traditionally build, unless of course we get that donation. But we want to build more really platform. This is one I actually do have some trouble with, so I'm going to focus up a little bit. Nope. I don't think that's going to go. Yep. Okay. That one was just, I did my first build a little wrong. You have to be pretty precise on this. What you're doing. Yeah. Okay. I didn't quite get the goo balls up there in time. That's fine. Side. Yeah, this level's kind of brutal.
Yeah, I'm looking at this and going, this feels like you have to build very precisely, and that the physics in this are
both very precisely and very fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tough.
You're doing fantastic, Satan.
Thank you. I appreciate that. This level's hard. Yeah,
It
okay.
looks at it.
I practiced this a bunch last night, too. It happens, right?
And literally, I was about to say, and that's what always happens when you're running a marathon, right? You can practice, and you can do as much as you want, but like, there's always that moment. It's not. We're in a marathon.
Yeah. Good balls at the top. Wow. Wow. It hasn't been this mean to me in a while, actually. This is pretty bad.
It just means that we have a little bit of extra time to get those tickets in, chat. We really want to see some extra goo.
Really? Wow. The physics are really being mean to me. Come on, let's do it. I want to show y'all levels where the physics are easier to do views than this.
I literally, I don't know how I would tackle half of this in the speed that you have to do this. So this is wild. Satan, you're doing fantastic.
Thank you. There we go. So that's about how you're supposed to do it.
That was gorgeous.
Yeah, it usually works first or second try. That time it just didn't want to cooperate with me. But as you can see, it's pretty fast when you get it correct.
It wanted to cooperate with me. It wanted to give me more time.
That's
to
right. That's
tell
right.
everybody that we need more. We need to get those donations in.
All right, Mom's computer. So we're gonna go talk to Mom now. MOM. I forget what it stands for at this point. But she's a program, but she's also our mom. Yeah, I don't know. So we're gonna.
I want to let everybody know that we only have $50 now going
only
for
50?
it. Only 50. That's only like
totally
5 tickets on that train. We can still get going on this.
Oh, yeah. Let's do
a
it.
$5 donation from Marksy that says, "Hey chat, how many chuggas do you put before you say choo choo?" I need those. I need those informations. That's actually a very important question to be asking.
I agree.
And I have a $25 donation from Momo that says, "Choo choo, 1 ticket for me and a few of my friendo." Let's go, chat.
Thank you. Yes, let's get some tickets for you and your friends. Right now we are asking Mom some questions, some innocuous, normal questions about her amount of spam emails that she sends everyone. She says, "Oh my gosh, you want my spam to go to everyone? Everybody can get great deals and savings? That's awesome. But everybody deletes my spam emails, so you're gonna have to go to the big recycle bin in the east and release them all to everybody." And little does she know, we're doing that because we know that if we release every single spam email that has ever been deleted, that we will destroy the company. It's time to destroy a large corporation, chat. Let's donate for that.
So
that's literally the climax of this game.
In response, I've stirred up chat because did you know that the correct answer for the amount of chuggas before choo choo is 5?
Oh, that's a lot.
No, it's not. It's the correct amount. And if you think I'm wrong, please donate to correct me.
Okay, yeah, I want to see some donation corrections. This is the last level we play in this game. We literally have like a minute or 2 or something. Okay, we're gonna have to move this tail back. Yes, sometimes it misses. Just phases right through. There we go. And then you burn this thing up, and the undelete button is gonna go into this pile of mush. Okay, we need $50 in the next, like, minute. Please, donate.
Please,
come on, chat.
Someone, snipe this. We need to see it.
$50 in the next, like, 2 minutes. Somebody can do it. I believe in you. 2 $25 donations, 1 $50 donation, several tickets to the train. Come on.
I love how you're doing math on stream while speedrunning. Yo, please, just get those donations in to hype up Satan, the most amazing person in the world.
That's a lot, but okay. New mail.
I'm sorry, but if I try to do math on stream, my brain actually blue screens. So
understandable. Very valid. So there we go. We destroyed World of Goo Corp. Literally did. Like. Also, that's a bad sign. Very literally, it's a bad sign. We're all in it together. God, I love this game. Like, look at that. It's awesome. All right. All right, so this is it. This is it. This is the first epilogue level. If we do get that 1500, I'll do them all. But I do need to skip them for now. So get those in now.
Get those in, y'all.
This is the best one, by the way.
$10 per chugga.
Easy.
I will chugga every choo-choo, which is a phrase I never thought I'd say in my life.
I will go back and do them if we do get that 1.5K. I need y'all to do it.
I've got
you
a
can see a preview of all the amazing
dono.
things that we could see.
Yeah, y'all, please get these in. I've got a $5 standing room ticket from CC that says destroying the large corporation hype.
Exactly.
Honestly,
this level
please.
is story relevant and will end the run. So I'll do it. But if we do get those donations in while this level is going and while we're watching the credits, I will go back and I will do those extra levels.
Everyone, we just need $45. That is not a lot. That is... oh no, I have to do math. That's a $20 dono and a $25 donation. That's
we can do that.
4 $10 donations and a $5 donations. Oh my goodness, a brave yet controversial opinion. 6 chuggas. Make me say it on stream. I will 6 chuggas that choo-choo.
Yes, get those chuggas in. We will just watch these credits, and the credits are actually a decent amount of time. The run has ended,
an entire island with goo?
Yeah, for some reason.
The power of goo.
I know. Time and is now. It was actually a little bit before, but that's okay. The telescope's going to go up, and this is actually setting up the sequel game. Weirdly enough, the sequel game that came out last year. So they decided to make World of Goo 2 a good solid 16 years, I think, if I'm doing the math correctly, after the original. I haven't played it yet, but I am going to be playing it on stream very, very soon. So I'm going to do my shoutouts now, because A, the run that has technically ended, and B, just in case we don't get those. But come on, we have $45 left. Every single donation goes towards it. So come on, let's do it while the credits roll. We have time. But
we've
not
got
much
just
time.
a little bit of time, y'all. Please, it's so little, such a little amount. Y'all
It's
can
really,
get
really
it
small.
in.
We can totally do it. Come on, chat. Come on. If you're feeling generous, LinearC really needs the help. She's a single mom. We would really, really love to see those donations come in. And that would also help us be able to set, good incentives for later, be able to set those prices, higher so that we can get more money raised. It would be really amazing. But
exactly.
Anyways, sorry, little gooball.
No.
Not squished. But yeah, if you want to see me play the sequel game, World of Goo 2, I will be doing a first playthrough on my stream really, really soon. From what I hear, it breaks the mold in even more ways than this game does, and I don't even know how that's possible. So definitely come watch my stream. I stream at SatanHerself on Twitch. Not SatanHerself. I couldn't get that name, so SatanHerself on Twitch. I also stream attempts of this game, of course, and many other things. I'm a Peggle speedrunner and a Plants vs. Zombies speedrunner as well. And and Jazz Punk now, and I do Kaizo Platinum Ironmon a lot. So if you want to see some randomized Pokemon stuff, yeah, come check that out. We still have a little bit in the credits here, just 1 more minute for the rest of these credits.
Literally, chat, I believe in you. We can do this. $45. We are so heckin' close, and I need to see those levels. I really, really need to see those levels, and holy heck. Okay, I'm happy. We just got a $45 donation from Anonymous, and it says, I want at least 10 chuggas for this choo-choo for more goo. So, chugga, chugga, chugga. Wait. Let me go. I got to count on my fingers. Chugga, 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 choo-choo. Let's go. Let's get that goo. I am so happy to see that.
Yay!
Thank you so much, Anonymous. You are amazing.
That is some magic right there. Thank you so much for donating. We got $1,500 during this. I'm so excited to be able to see that, and I'm very grateful, chat. Oh my gosh, I just watched the number go up again.
I was about to say, chat is coming through. Chat is fantastic. We just got a $50 donation from Sarah that just says choo choo, and I will. For every $10, we'll go chugga, 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 choo choo. We will get all of these chuggas in for these choo choos.
I love that. I love that. Thank you so much, chat. Keep that train rolling. We are hype. We are getting there. But let's go play some Infesty the Worm. So the game expects you to carry this big old worm to the very end of the level. We're not going to do that because, very conveniently, if you send a goo structure off the bottom of the world, it will actually get destroyed partially. So we're going to take advantage of that. Ooh, whoa. That's
what just
that's fine. We're going to take advantage of that by slamming our balloon ball. I told you it'd come back later on our worm here. Ooh, really not cooperating. That's okay. We'll get there.
I'm loving the physics of this. This is fantastic.
Yeah, it's not. Ah, there we go. And then all we gotta do is let it fall with 3 attached. And then it should come back up like nothing ever happened. There we go. Sorry, Infesty, we shortened you a bit. And then we're gonna do the same thing where we push this structure along. Because we also have wind in this level. That's been a mechanic that's been introduced, but I haven't talked about a ton yet. We do have to get some more goo balls here at this station, but the game's being a little uncooperative with it. Okay. We're gonna need to push a little bit more, and then let it down. We need 4 to win, so we do need a few extra.
Okay.
Yeah, otherwise we could just go to the end. And sometimes you do keep enough from the beginning section that you're able to just go straight to the end, but sometimes you don't. So it depends on what you get. And then we just push this one right along. We make sure we're keeping an eye on its height because we don't want it to go too low or too high. Because otherwise it will leave the screen. And as we saw before, that can be a bit of a disaster. And then we're just gonna push it over to the pipe. Yay! Jeez! Much nicer than bringing that entire giant structure all the way over here.
I also feel like that felt so much like you were doing so much more movement, and then it pans out. It's like, yeah, you know, we just moved this far. Love it.
All right, this one blows my mind.
What is
this? Absolutely incredible, this strategy. So this looks like it should be a big bridge building level, but there's a catch. There's actually a little there's a little hinge at the bottom here that's gonna make this structure a little bit tilty. So that's why it's hard normally. But we're just gonna do this. We're gonna set up this wild strategy right here. Oop. Are you gonna float up? Nope. Great. Sometimes it does not set up correctly. If you have too many goo balls on the thing, it floats down. And sometimes you need a couple tries to set it up properly. That happens. Nothing out of the ordinary. But yep, you literally just move it around so that you have this little section here. Oh, that one did a 2, and that will never work. So we have to just hope that it works properly a little bit. It's a physics simulator. Sometimes you just have to hope.
Honestly, anytime I play any game that has the words physics simulator in its description, hope is just my entire way through.
Yeah. And unfortunately, we lost too many goo balls on that one. Once again, sometimes you just have to hope for the setup to be correct. We usually don't have to take that many tries. It's being a little mean to us right now. But hopefully, we'll be okay. Ah, really? That's mean. Usually the balloon does not pop. Oh my goodness. Why are we doing the tube? That's weird. Okay. I'm gonna try putting the balloon on the back first. Let's see if that'll work. It's too bad because the first one was so close to working nice and cleanly, and then it just decided to stop doing that. There we go. See, that's nice. That's about what we want.
Just
actually, I'm gonna park a goo ball up there. And now, we just hit the goo ball very lightly against this little thing.
Just
Isn't this incredible that this works?
This shouldn't
There's
work.
a reason I wanted to show everybody this.
Like, this is peak physics sim. I absolutely love this.
Like, look at that.
This really shouldn't work.
Lose a goo ball anyway. Yep, I agree with that.
I'm honestly, I know you were like, do you want to go in and watch this or do you want to go in blind? I'm really happy I went into this one blind. This is wild, Satan. This is fantastic.
Isn't it? I adore this game so much. Just in general, but also as a speedrun. Oh my god, don't do that. We are so close. I do not want to fail now. Nope, 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 nope. Come down, please. Do not leave my screen, please. Thank you. Okay, it'll still be fine. Yes! We were close enough that that worked out. Woo! Close. That one's usually cleaner than that, but I still wanted to show you the whole strategy. I mean, it's incredible, right?
Sometimes the physics do be physics-ing.
Yep, you can do that in well under a minute. But, again, just didn't decide to cooperate. But that's okay. We did it anyway. And then Weather Vane here, you can kind of do this traditionally, or you can do it cheese. The fastest way to do this, and we're kind of going to be doing it a little bit here, is to just build a tower really, really fast. Up high. I'm doing a little safety strat there.
Do not trust the spinning gear of goo death.
Yeah, actually, the spinning gear of goo death is going to be quite important for us, actually. Quite.
Okay, balloons. That's scaring me, Satan.
That's okay. We're going to be fine. And there we go. So we actually did want to do that. Although the game's being mean and not letting me go there. Okay. Is it fine? I actually don't think we can. Well, maybe we can. Usually strings don't work, but. Maybe we can do this. Yeah, we're moving.
Is this what Taylor Swift meant when she said, "Do you ever feel like a plastic bag drifting through the wind?"
Is it?
It's kind of. That's what this reminds me of.
I miscalculated just a little
Not Taylor
bit.
Swift, Katy Perry. I'm old. I'm old. Yeah, no, chat's like, Ophelia, what are you talking about? Stop
That
it.
should be fine. Nope. Oh, wow. Okay, we're gonna do it the traditional way. So you do want to break a structure off there to do it the fastest way possible. And unfortunately, you usually want it to be not a little string like that. You usually want it to be an actual like structure. But I think we should do it the traditional way here. You can see how that would work. You get the idea. But yeah, the traditional way is we build up nice and high. We build out a little bit to get to these. these balloons. And then we keep them going. We build them strategically. What? Really? Okay, well that might still work. Let's see. Yep, came back.
I do love watching the goo float back. It feels like the most cartoonish thing in the world.
Nice, got it. So that's actually a kind of a hybrid of the intended solution and that solution. And once this is done, we'll call time. Time. Just underestimate. Wow, that was
Beautiful.
nice. But that's okay.
That was gorgeous.
I just wanted to show the strats of those because the strats are just so fun. Well, not quite underestimate, but that's okay. Very close. All right. Well, thank you so much for donating to that. I really appreciate it. I'm not going to take up too much more of our time here. My name's Satan Herself. Satan isn't herself on Twitch. If you want to see more of this, if you want to see World of Goo 2 playthrough, and if you want to see any of the other games that I speedrun or Kaizo Platinum Ironmon, go ahead and check out my channel. I really appreciate every single one of you. I'm so happy to be able to have shown this up here. LinearC is an amazing person, and I'm so happy we're able to help her directly. Thank you so much, ClockworkOphelia, for being an incredible host and somewhat co-commentator, and thank you all so much for getting that incentive. Thank you!
Oh my goodness. I get to actually relax for a moment. I don't want to relax because that run was absolutely fantastic. I am always so glad when Satan is able to run a fantastic game like that. But I do want to let you all know, We do. Y'all have been absolutely amazing. And you've been putting stuff towards it, but I want to let you know a little bit more about this bid war we have for our Beastie Ball starter bid war. So we have two options. We have Kitschik or Blindit, which are our starters. So the runs follow the same overall structures and like overworld routing and movement, but as we choose a different partner beasties, it really kind of changes stuff up. So we have Kitchit the ostrich, which they are, they're an ostrich. Ostriches are adorable, and apparently kicking is their way of understanding the world. So anytime they encounter something new, they kick it. And I'm kind of understanding that I'm mispronouncing the name wrong, and their name is like Kick It or Kick It. I don't know. I'm in love with this. I'm looking forward to seeing it. But the pros for the ostrich is they run the fastest and they have the minimum RNG. But we also have Blindit, which is the bandicoot. And I'm just personally, I kind of want Blindit because their partner is Bongus. I said this before. I just love that. Bongus is a gecko. They have two partners, Bongus the gecko and a magpie. We have an emo magpie. Y'all, we get to catch an emo bird. That's pretty freaking cool. We do that for me, maybe. We will be back. I'm looking forward to it. We will see y'all soon.